Amidst tensions following the Israeli strike on Iran's embassy in Syria, global leaders are urging restraint. U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken engaged with his counterparts from Turkey, China and Saudi Arabia, emphasizing the need to prevent further escalation. British Foreign Secretary Cameron conveyed a similar message to Iran, warning against widening the conflict. Meanwhile, Iran, blaming Israel for the embassy strike, is facing international pressure to avoid escalating tensions further. Brian Thomas is joining us for more on this story. Brian, what really was on the agenda of these conversations that the U.S. Secretary of State has had?
Well, Uday, amidst this very ongoing Israel-Hamas conflict also, U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken made significant strides in diplomatic efforts focusing on humanitarian aid and regional cooperation. And it followed a 2.5-hour meeting with Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan in Ankara, and Blinken also emphasized Washington's commitment to intensifying humanitarian assistance to Gaza. And if we talk about the conversation, or rather the discussions, Blinken outlined the concrete strategies aimed at bolstering aid deliveries to Gaza's civilians, expressing optimism about the potential for substantial expansion in the days ahead. He also stressed the importance of a temporary ceasefire to facilitate the uninterrupted flow of aid to those in need, acknowledging even Turkey's deep concern for the civilian casualties in Gaza. And also, in addition to the humanitarian aid also, Blinken addressed the issue of civilian casualties also directly with Israeli officials, advocating for measures to minimize harm to no combatants. And despite they were facing challenges in forging a unified regional consensus, Blinken also highlighted progress in recent efforts to enhance aid distribution in Gaza as well. And also, while emphasizing ongoing diplomatic engagements and shared priorities, Blinken also reiterated the U.S.'s commitment to securing the release of hostages held by Hamas, including American citizens as well. And as this very conflict intensifies also with the possibility of Israeli...
Brian, stay with us. Colonel Sodhi, defense analyst, also joins us now. Colonel Sodhi, how likely is Iran to respond positively to these efforts by the US and UK?
Jai Hind, Uday. It's my honor to be on a news channel. Well, Iran will certainly not launch a direct attack on Israel, but will use the three organizations that it has been supporting since long, which begin with the letter H, that is Hamas, Houthi and Hezbollah. And Israel is sure to get a big strike from them in the next few days, especially from Houthi and the Hezbollah, because it is already in a war with Hamas. The Americans have been trying since long that this war should not escalate in the Middle East. But as situation is unfolding, it is clear that the war is going to escalate until and unless Israel takes heed to President Joe Biden's advice and ends the war at the earliest. Just 2 days back, President Joe Biden has said in a statement that Israel has done the biggest mistake by prolonging this war. Iran now is very economically and militarily strong, and more so with the support of Russia and China. It is sure to launch a big strike on Israel in the next few days through Hezbollah and the Houthis.
Colonel Sodhi, thank you for joining us with your perspective.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.